Welcome back, everyone, to Ferris Sports Update. Next guest, women's basketball head coach Tracey Dorow. And Coach, congratulations. You win the GLIAC North Division Championship with 2 wins this past weekend.
Thanks, Rob.
Bulldogs on the road at Wayne State, at Findlay, and you start off the trip on Thursday at Wayne State. Close game at halftime, but your kids came out in the second half and really took control of the ball game.
Seems like so long ago because so much has happened since then. But yeah, you know, we struggled in that first half. We couldn't put the ball in the hole for whatever reason. It seemed like we were having a hard time, and then we didn't defend that well, and they were taking it to us. But in the second half, we shot very well, and Nikki Arner just went on a roll, and Sarah Deshawn hit a couple shots, and next thing you know, everybody was hitting shots. Thursday's
win clinches a share of the GLIAC North Division Championship, and you come back on Saturday with a chance to win it outright on the road at Findlay. A good environment, a great crowd on hand, and fortunately your kids in the second half, a competitive ball game, were able to pull it out in the end.
It was very similar to Thursday. I felt like we didn't play that well in the first half. We shot, I don't know, about 35% I think in the first half. And then we came out in the second half, we shot sizzling 71%. And it was a great all-around effort. But Tricia Principe led the way, and it seems like she was just on fire with the threes, and we just kept finding her and kept finding her.
Have some highlights of the game, and you mentioned Tricia Principe, 27 points in the game to lead the Bulldogs, and had an outstanding week with both games combined.
Yeah, you know, she needed 50 points going into the weekend to get to her 1,000th point, and we thought she actually might have a chance because both teams were going to play zone. And then only had 15 because Nikki pretty much owned the paint on Thursday, and then Trish comes out with 27 on Saturday, and now she's closing in on that mark.
See a couple great passes from Sarah Deshawn, and she was a player that really controlled the offense, had 10 assists at Wayne State, 8 in this game here at Findlay.
Yeah, you know, I mean, Findlay was really a tough game because she had to just basically try to beat their press, you know, just penetrate through it because they were just trying to slow us down. And Sarah did a great job of just pushing the ball through and attacking the paint and then finding people. There's Chris burying somebody down low, and Christina Branch is just doing a great job in the paint.
Bulldogs, again, got some great contributions from a number of different players. Your bench has been strong all season, and again, made some nice contributions here in this ball game.
Yeah, here's Kylie Muntz going in for a bucket, and she hit a couple big shots on Saturday, and you know, she's just playing really solid. And Lindsay Pettit, you know, her stat line may not show it, but she has just been leading us and leading the fire, and especially when we're struggling and not playing as well as we can, and not just leading us, like I said, scoring or in the stat line, but just her passion for winning and her drive is just, it's leading us to victories.
Big shot there from Tricia Principe, and the Bulldogs was a close game all the way throughout, and you mentioned earlier coming back from this ball game that Findlay maybe played one of their best games of the season.
I thought they played extremely well. We had to play very well to beat them, and you know, they're right around just a little over 500, and I felt like we had to play super. You know, that was a defensive error right there, a couple different defensive errors in one possession, but offensively, if we didn't shoot the ball in the hole, we weren't going to win that game. It was their senior night. They were playing well, and there was a huge crowd at the end. I think they were close to a sellout crowd for their men's game, and it was just a lot of fun to play in that atmosphere.
Got close down the stretch. Fortunately, Tricia Principe able to knock down 7 of 8 free throws in the final minute to add to her stat total, but something you expect from the all-time leader here in free throw percentage at Ferris.
Yeah, you know, she's led the country in free throw percentage the last couple of years, although she didn't have enough attempts last year. This year she's up there, but she's actually missed a couple, and I know she was disappointed in her her performance at the free throw line on Saturday, but she's doing a great job. She's shooting 90%, pretty close to 90% from the foul line, and we like her at the free throw line.
Here in the second half, what were some of the things that you talked about at halftime? It was a close game at halftime. Some of the things you talked about at halftime coming out in the second half.
Well, containing number 20, she's kind of their bread and butter player. She's the one they go to, and she just hit the 3 a minute ago. But containing her, and we did a pretty good job of that. And then we needed to make an adjustment on their ball screens and move the ball and knock down the open shots, because in the first half we moved the ball reasonably well but missed open shots, whether we rushed them or for whatever reason we just missed them. Second half we moved the ball and were very unselfish, as you've just seen, and just knocked down those shots. But you know, we had to start switching some ball screens, and that seemed to work, and we kept our bigs inside. So Christina Branch, Hannah Hoffman she gave us some key minutes in there and blocked a couple shots, altered a couple shots, and you know, I think that those adjustments, you know, paid off for us.
You win it 80-72, and talk about what being able to win that basketball game, winning the GLIAC North outright means for you and your program.
Well, they made history is what I told them, because we haven't done that before. We've shared it. I think in '99, 2000 we shared it, and the year we went to the Sweet 16 we didn't win it. So I mean, it's history. So I told them that, you know, they had a chance to make history when they went out there, and they wanted that really badly, and they've been working all year toward all their goals, and this is just one of them.
The championship is wrapped up, but still a busy week and a lot to play for. You host Hillsdale, your home finale on Wednesday night, and then at Grand Valley State, always a big rivalry game on Saturday.
Yeah, you know, Hillsdale's taken it to us the last couple years, and we need to be ready to play on Wednesday. They're very solid. They're deceiving. I mean, you know, their record does not reflect how good they are, and so we need to be ready to go. It's our senior night, so I hope that we're not over-amped, but at the same time, I think that they're going to be pretty focused on doing the right things in that game, playing together and getting the victory. And then Saturday, like you said, Grand Valley, you know, it's always exciting to play Grand Valley. A little nerve-wracking this time because I don't know what they're playing for exactly yet. So, you know, they've had a lot of injuries and they've been down a little bit, but, you know, they always give us a tough game and it could be their last. So, you know, we've got to be ready to go in there and make sure that we're on the, you know, on the upswing as we head into the tournament. You
have clinched a first-round home game in the conference tournament February 29th, and talk about what these two games mean in terms of the conference tournament seeding and also the NCAA tournament.
It's huge that we're home. I mean, you know, our atmosphere at home is incredible. Having the band there is, I mean, it's so nice to have people behind us, not cheering against us, and we get great support at home. So it's really big to be at home. Gives us that sixth man basically, so that we can, you know, try to earn some victories. And then as far as regional rankings go, I have no idea what's going to happen there. I mean, really, I think it's all going to boil down to how we finish in the conference tournament. And at this point, it looks like should we win that quarterfinal game, which is way down the road, we'd be headed to Ashland, and Ashland would be hosting it. And, you know, we'll see what happens from there. But, you know, if we were able to run and make the, you know, win the GLIAC conference outright, the tournament outright, I think that we could, you know, do some damage in the regional tournament, but we got to build on some things first, so we've got a ways to go.
Talk about your three seniors that you'll honor this week at senior night and what they've meant to your program.
Well, I've already talked a little bit about Lindsay Pettit, and, you know, coming in, she was a kid that wanted to be a Bulldog. You know, she wanted to come to Ferris. We weren't even recruiting her position, which is obvious since we have two other wings in that class. And, you know, she wanted to be here, so we were like, yeah, Linz, we know you're a competitor, we know you, you know, you're fiery, and we wanted that kind of leadership in our program and a winner. She was a state champion, I think, in softball, volleyball, and she was a finalist in basketball, so I mean, she's a winner, and she's done a great job of helping us just get that mentality here and get it back so that her senior year could be like it is. Kelsey Denoyles, you know, she's also a winner. She came from Mount Pleasant Sacred Heart, and they won a lot of games in her career, and she's focused on basketball, and she's been a starter for us almost her whole career. So she's done a great job defensively especially, and then offensively she's always ready to hit that pull-up jumper or take off and drive, and she's also a capable three-point shooter. And then last, Trisha Principe. You know, what can I say about Trish? We've already talked about her free throw percentage, and her work ethic is just, it's unparalleled. You know, she's in the gym all the time, and that's why she's knocking down shots when she's getting them. She scored a lot of points. Like I said, she's probably going to become a 1,000-point scorer here probably in the next game or two. And, you know, Trish just wants to win. That's her whole focus, and these three seniors have led us to a championship now.
The conference championship, congratulations again, a great accomplishment. I know it's taken a lot of hard work and dedication from your team and your program.
Yeah, it has. You know, it's a lot of adjustments too. You know, these seniors have had to go through 3 assistant coaches in their time, and now that they've had a little stability for a year, we've got Kurt Westendorp back for a second year. I think it's really helped us to at least kind of step up to that next level, and they have. They've worked hard, and they deserve their championship.
Well, Coach, congratulations again. Best of luck this week as you take on Hillsdale and Grand Valley State, and then heading into the conference tournament.
Thanks, Rob.
This has been Ferris Sports Update. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget, for tickets, scores, merchandise, video, and more, be sure to visit us online at ferrisstatebulldogs.com.